It's been a good French Grand Prix for Lewis Hamilton, who extends his World Championship lead to 14 points over teammate Fernando Alonso. But it's third place on that podium behind a Ferrari 1-2. Kimi Raikkonen taking victory here in the French Grand Prix. But a very happy man has joined Mark and myself. Jenson Button at last back among the points for Honda. And how important was that result for you and the team today?
It's a good result. You know, we're not going to get too excited about it. It's still 1 point. And we want to be at the front, so there's still a long way to go. But if you look at the race pace today, it was pretty good. It's just getting qualifying sorted out. But today we got the maximum out of the car. That was as quick as it was.
You wanted to be back among the points, and you wanted it to be a quality point as well. You really feel things are moving forward.
Yeah,
now.
Definitely. We got that point through speed, not through people falling off. So that's when I said I'd be happy, and I am, and it's a good base to build on. When we're not at the front yet, there's a long way to go, but it's going to give the boys something to smile about back at the factory, I'm sure.
You've got next weekend coming up, home crowd, that's going to lift you obviously. All you need is a little bit of qualifying pace, to say, because your race pace, as you said, was very fast indeed, Jenson.
Yeah, we were as quick as the Renaults and very close to the BMWs, their race pace as well. So if we can sort out qualifying, it'd be great, but that's what we found with this car at the moment. It is better than race pace. Qualifying, it's very difficult to get that one lap, but we'll give it a go at Silverstone.
Jenson, you go off and enjoy Silverstone next weekend, and you've got all your interview responsibilities elsewhere now, but well done today. We have a Ferrari comeback to talk about, and in particular it's a big boost for our race winner today, Kimi Raikkonen. He needed that as well, didn't he?
He did need it. The Iceman is back, that's for sure. But Ferrari are back, and that's the impressive thing, because I think between Massa, Raikkonen, very strong combination, but fantastic for Kimi. We said he'd do it, and he did. OK, we'll analyse just how in a few minutes' time, but let's get all the thoughts of the top three drivers in the press conference.
Kimi, a fantastic win. And looking back now at how much fuel you obviously had on the car in qualifying, that P3 in qualifying and taking second place into the first corner, obviously key to your strategy.
Yeah, finally the start worked for me, and it helped a lot. I was not, I think the car was good all the time, but not exactly perfect, but I was very happy with the car. Just tried to push and keep up with Felipe. I knew that I'm going to stop it later, so just before the first stop I had quite a bit of traffic, but then the second stop we managed to get in front of him, but was a good day for me and for the team.
You had a very good run when Felipe came in for his second stop, very quick on the circuit at that point.
Yeah, but we needed to be. I was a bit more far away than I really wanted to be from him, but that's racing. I couldn't really stay close enough, but he worked out perfectly in the end, so I couldn't ask more. Of course, you rather start from the front, it makes your life easier, but we knew that we should be okay in the race. It all depends really what happened in the start, and we had a pretty good start this time.
Your first win since Melbourne at the start of the season. Talk us through the last couple of months and what this win means to you now.
It's nice. I think so. We had a bit hard time, but I kind of expected to have a bit difficult times, and okay, people always think that you lost it when you don't have a good results, but we just work hard and try to get it right, and I think so we can still improve, and we're not still where we want to be. But we definitely are much happier with the car since the last test and the last races even, but we just couldn't get it together. So I think so we seem to have a good speed now in the car, so hopefully we can keep it up this in the next races.
Well done, congratulations on your 11th
Thanks.
career victory. Felipe, it was obviously very close. It looked like you didn't get the best of the traffic when it mattered most to you today.
Yeah, for sure. I lost the race today because of the traffic, definitely. Because on the first stint, I supposed to be like more than 4 seconds in front of Kimi, and it works perfectly because the track was free, and I was 4.8 or something. And then I came out in front of him again, and then he had 3 laps more than me on the second stint, which is supposed to be the same. I supposed to have more than 4 seconds in front, but I was so disappointed with the traffic in the second stint. I lost too much time, even when you are not very close from the car in front, you lose so much downforce that you cannot follow the car and you just lose speed. And that was the biggest problem I had today. And unfortunately, I lost the victory because of that, because the car was great during the all runs. Wherever I was alone, I was doing very, very quick laps. So it was a shame. But anyway, it's very good for the team. I'm very happy to do the first 1-2 in the championship, and also looking at the McLaren that they are still quite a bit in front. It's good to have a weekend like that.
Just to take you up on that point, we say you're disappointed with the traffic. Do you mean specific aspects of other drivers' behaviour, or do you mean in general just the loss of downforce?
Well, for sure, the people, I had maybe 3-4 cars in front and they were fighting. But, and we are the leader, and sometimes you make the strategy not counting the traffic, and the traffic can change everything on your strategy. So the first thing works perfectly, but the second thing didn't work. As long as I passed the traffic, I was open the normal gap compared to Kimi that I supposed to open. In the first stint it works, in the second stint supposed to work, but it didn't work.
Congratulations to you, Felipe. Well, Lewis, another first for you today. You actually got past in a race, off the line that is. Looked as if you had about the same amount of fuel as Fernando, but switch in strategy, 3-stop strategy today.
Yeah, I think I didn't get off to the best start. I don't really know what happened, but all I saw is Kimi come flying past, so he obviously got a good start. and I just had to try and stay as close as possible, and I think I had the good pace at the beginning, so I was slightly quicker than Kimi, and I thought I had to try my hardest to get past. But like Felipe says, you get to a certain distance and you just lose downforce, and unless you're much quicker, like seconds quicker, you won't get past.
So we'll have about a minute
In there for as long as I could, and then we opted for a 3-stop strategy, which I think still worked out quite well. Obviously quite close with Robert Kubica on the exit of, I think it's my last pit stop. I don't know if he was fourth or not, but I heard I was racing him, so I had to make sure I got past him.
Quick last word from Mark Blondell. How fundamentally has the season changed today?
I think it's changed a lot. Alonso now is on his back foot slightly. Raikkonen feels confident. Ferrari are back. Lewis again on the podium, outstanding. But Raikkonen won that race with his pace when he was there with Massa in the pit stop, and also with his outlaps. He was some 8 to 9 tenths quicker than his teammate. That's where he won that event.
And there were tactics that worked for Ferrari, which didn't work for McLaren today.
They didn't indeed, and I think that's something that McLaren will go back and analyse. But we go to Silverstone next weekend, and I think we've got a fantastic event on our hands, because both these teams now look very competitive.
OK, we'll have time for a lot more analysis in our highlights programme, which is coming up at 11:45. More reaction to this French Grand Prix as well. But there's more live motorsport coming up straight away. We're off to Knockhill in Scotland for the latest from the British Superbike Championship. That's in a couple of minutes' time. Next weekend, though, the highlight of the British motorsport year, especially for Lewis Hamilton. The British Grand Prix will be live, of course, with qualifying on Saturday and the race on Sunday. Tickets are still available from Silverstone, but keep in touch with everything connected with the sport and that British Grand Prix on the ITV F1 website. Every reason for you to organise next weekend around our coverage from Silverstone. Lewis Hamilton will go there with a 14-point lead in the Formula One World Championship, but rather ominously, it's a Ferrari 1-2 here at Manicourt. Bye-bye.
For all the latest news and features, visit our F1 website, sponsored by Honda, at itv.com/F1.